Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. As you can see, I'm in my bedroom. I haven't really been in my room. I come in to get something. Um, I've been sleeping in the guest room, which is kind of nice because it's on the first floor and it's cooler. And then I, um, I kind of feel like I'm having a hotel experience because it's cooler and there's not as much stuff downstairs. So I do like the coziness of a room. I also feel like it's nice to just have that type of space. I'll make this a shorter video. I have my timer on. I might turn it off prematurely because I probably will talk a little bit more. But my oven, or the oven, is preheating. I'm using some of the sourdough discard and making some pizza dough. It's like a treat night since it's at the day after class, and in case I get hives, at least I'll not have hives most likely when I get to class next time. But I'd have to have a good amount of like um, milk product to do that. So hopefully it's not going to be like that. But I do get the beginning signs. I have been cooking a lot lately and baking a lot. I made borscht and I feel like it tastes like how I remembered it to be like in the Polish um, restaurant because I got borscht there and I didn't show all the ingredients. And I also used stuff that I had on hand. Um, so I do have the beets and potatoes, cabbage in the video. I did add the onions. The store that I was at, I would have to get like the bag of carrots, and I just wanted like one carrot, so I didn't have carrots, but I felt like it was gonna be okay. Um, the recipe that I referenced called for ketchup. Um, and I saw other recipes that called for tomato paste. So I was like either or for me. So I combined that with the onion and then I added it. I added the vinegar towards the end after like the vegetables. Garlic. I didn't have bay leaves. Then the other seasonings. I added more vinegar towards the end because for the chicken broth, I use bouillon cubes, and technically there is a ratio that it says on the box for like 1 cube for 2 cups. And a lot of times when you add a bouillon cube to a meal, you don't usually go by that. At least I don't really, because it tends to be saltier. For this, since there was like a lot of water, I did add multiple, and then I added some other flavorings, like extra to help with not having that broth in there. So I really enjoyed it. I have a lot of it because I made the whole meal. I could have split it, but I didn't know it was going to be like that much. Um, it called for 3 beets. It was sold by two, so I figured if I got beets, like it could be okay since it's just me, and it was way more than enough. I do want to put some of it in the freezer. The thing is, right now, I have a lot of food. Um, some that I cooked, some that I have like ingredients because my parents and I went shopping before they left, and some of the stuff needs to be used. So that's kind of where this is headed. I'm making Serenity tonight because in a couple days I see the expiration for it. I might might put some of it in the freezer, but I do tend to eat a lot of it when I make it. So I actually have that in in a strainer right now in the fridge, and I did it overnight because I'm using cottage cheese instead of like the, was it farmer's cheese that tends to be on the drier side, which is more ideal for the um, recipe. And I do end up using less eggs for it just because it's like it has the moisture there too. So there might be like slight variations for it, but overall I feel like it is super delicious. It's one of my favorite meals, so I am pretty happy about it. I made blueberry a blueberry loaf because I was using up the leftover blueberries from the blueberry pie that I didn't finish. It's in my fridge, or in the fridge, because it's my parents' house and I'm house sitting. Um, and then I brought most of the loaf to class because I figured since I was bringing bread for other people that were like, we want to try bread, I was like, well, I'd feel like a dick if I didn't bring any other food for other people. And they also tried the bread because I brought more than enough bread. Well, I didn't bring more than enough. It was actually pretty much gone by the end of class. So, or like during the break time when we were trying bread or when they were trying bread. Um, I also haven't been in this room because I saw a cricket the other day and I literally just killed the cricket right before filming. And I don't want to say like whether it's bad luck or not because there's a lot of crickets in this area. By like 7 o'clock, I hear them outside, and I tried to rush. I went to the library, which is like kind of the premise of this video. Hopefully, I'll be able to, maybe I'll pause it for like a couple minutes to set up the pizza and then put the pizza in the um, oven, but I actually want to watch it every couple minutes just to make sure it's okay. But I feel like I mainly see the crickets when, not many, but when I'm cooking, like, and there's a lot of heat, and that's when they come, like, just in. Because I remember in my old house, that makes sense because when I lived in my childhood home, there was, like, a cricket infestation, like, in the basement, specifically in the heater room. And you could just hear it was, like, basically oh, it was as if you're like in the woods and you hear like a bunch of them just making the noise that they make. And then the other day I accidentally let a mosquito in because I feed the birds and then I I kind of want to name two of the birds because there are two pigeons that come and they're always like together and then there's the small birds and I feel kind of bad because I feel like sometimes either the small birds get to the food before like the pigeons do and then there isn't the food unless well, they find food, but unless I put the food out. And then I water the plants, but I feel like the less I water them, the better, because I was just told by my mom to water the plants. And when I was like more consistent with the plants, I felt like they were doing worse. But now that I've watered them less, I feel like what majority of them are fine now, but there's like two of them that are like the more delicate ones and not in a bad way but I feel like when I water them less it looks like they're coming at least the main one of them is coming back to life and I'm watching the other one it's like getting more color in but the mosquito got into my room and then I didn't go in my room again but it's okay I just wanted to quickly show stuff I really wanted to do the motanka I'm just trying, oh, like the 30 minutes is technically up. Let me quickly show stuff. I went to the library. I'll show library books. I might pause it, pop the pizza, check up on it every couple minutes because it's only going to take a couple minutes and I don't want to have it really dry. So I have my, this is another project that I showed in the last video with the borscht, and I made a sandwich with the loaf. Super, super happy with it because I'm trying to find like things to have with the bread since a lot of times I would just like have the bread straight with butter and I love bread and butter, so it wasn't so much of a problem for me, but I figured that I should maybe make something with more substance to it. And I'm happy that I used like the pickled vegetables in it. That was like also in the video. I didn't really share. But um I have like what I love about the sourdough. I kind of adjusted the ingredients a little bit for the taste, and now I'm just like exactly what I want. And now I'm thinking I want to, is it see if I can adjust the moisture in the oven because I'm getting like a tasty soft loaf. I would like a little more crispiness on the outside and more of like the crust. I put the water at the bottom like it's a pan because if I don't have a pan underneath, it burns like it the bottom gets too dark, which is still edible and still tasty, but I'd rather not have it that dark. So, maybe for the other half, when I have the lid off, I won't have as much water in there or no water, but just towards the beginning, but still have something underneath. And I don't have like pizza, um, like pan, uh, the stone that you can put underneath either to help prevent that. But anyway, I'll quickly show this. In the last video, I showed that I started a bag project and I really wanted to do this half square triangle pattern format. So this is how it turned out and I love it so much. Um, I added a border because I'm gonna box the bottom to give it like more of the flat bottom and structure there. And I didn't want it to get into this pattern. So I I love how it looks and I wanted to keep it organized as you do and like to iron it for the back. I did make it more of a, I would say kind of balanced because I could have used other patterned fabric, but I wanted it to go with the bag and not to deviate too much from the color scheme or at all actually. So I wanted to do the nine, was it the nine square, well, the disappearing nine square. So you have like nine squares and then you cut like the middle in half and you cut the middle in half here like across and you can format it however you want. So for some reason it looks kind of like Eastery to me with the colors and it kind of reminds me of like shoes that I had when I was younger where it was like it was blue and yellow. It was around middle. It was in the in middle school, and kind of like a baby aqua blue and yellow, and they were Puma shoes. I don't mind Puma shoes. I don't really buy them that often. I don't really. I mainly wear boots, but I did love those shoes, and this is kind of making crosses in a way too, which is fun. This is a bed sheet fabric. I mean, not bed sheet. Well, it was a set, so there are bed sheets to it. I saw at the thrift store. I just got the pillowcase, and it went with the color scheme, so I put it in there. Um, I didn't iron this one as much, but I'm happy the way that it turned out. I didn't iron it as much because this one specifically said not to iron it, so like towards the end, that's when I kind of like quickly, not even waiting for it to heat up. I like quickly ironed it and in hopes that maybe it would just be okay. So I'm happy there's like more formality with this fabric, but I'm happy that it came together nonetheless. So this will be the back. I'm gonna add an inner lining, actually this, but I wanted to add this with the motanka too. So I really wanted to start it. Let me actually do the pizza and then come back. So I'll talk about the other things. But I don't think I should take that long. Well, I'll just pause it. But, okay, I might check it a little bit before it's finished, but it's in the oven now. Definitely gonna take the supplements before eating, and a lot of it will be going in the freezer. I try not to get too many ingredients that well, I try not to get too many ingredients right now because I have a lot of food. Sorry, I just got back. Um, but sometimes I just try like new recipes, like the borscht I really wanted to try. The meats were kind of expensive, but I only needed two of them, so I'm happy that it was more than enough. And I really like that it's a lot healthier. I tend to not really eat until late at night, and or when I get hungry, it's probably around noon, and then I like eat a little bit here and there, but then I don't really start eating until like nighttime. So, um, like the sandwich that I showed, I didn't finish it. I saved half of it because it was really filling. Um, Bread's really nice to have. So, I'm gonna do my nails tonight, but I did take them off. Right? I didn't take them off. Like I um used was it the um the filer, not the filer, like the drill, the nail drill, and I took it off. So I'm gonna do it tonight. But there was baking, a lot of baking recently, and I have a request from the class. Like a lot of them are just like, bring this sourdough cinnamon rolls again. So that's gonna be for next week, and I'm happy to make food. It's just me eating this food, and I know I make a lot of it, but a lot of it gets um stored, and then I don't have to cook some days or bake some days, and then I have stuff already prepared. So I'm gonna quickly show these books. I really wanted to start the motanka, so I might just like do something quickly just to have it as the initiative, and then I'll keep going from there. Because I do have what I would like to put in it, or with the fabric. I think I might use, or not sew as much. I feel like my cutting is, I'm not like a straight cutter, so maybe like the way that it's folded would wouldn't show that. But I'll see. I'll show these books. So I have the Skip the Borders Easy Patterns for Modern Quilts. I like how there's like some directions. Oh, I did see a pattern that I already want to use. I love the stars. The floating triangles. I like the abstract ones too. So I'll see what I want to do. Right now, I've been enjoying making bags. I don't think I really did that with other crafting because with fabric, it's good to have for like the bag material so it doesn't, um, there's stuff that doesn't go through like maybe holes. I knit pouches for tarot bags, which is nice. I love doing it. For like a purse, I feel like I would put something like fabric inside so it doesn't go through the holes. But I mean, you could do a tighter stitch too, but um, I feel like fabric is nice for it, and I I feel like with certain crafts I do certain things. With the loom, I like to make scarves with it, and I haven't made other stuff with it. I like to make tartan scarves, that's my favorite, and I just put the different sequences together and put the colors and pick the yarn and everything, so that's fun. For knitting, I love making garments, mainly sweaters and cardigans. And then the pouches, I love making mittens. So those are the main things. I feel like I make socks once a year because I rarely see socks when I knit them just because like I wear boots most of the year and I switch different boots out depending on the weather. So, um, I also got the Crazy Quilt Handbook, which is fun because I feel like I am pretty theatrical in terms of how I express myself. So I do enjoy the Victorian pillow pattern. All the random things that you put with this and like the stitching. So I felt like this is like I feel like this is like an inspirational type of book to be like how else could I make my projects more me? Oh, I do have a project in mind for the next bag because I already have another bag planned. Um, well, I'll turn the sound off in case it turns on. It's a video. It's a sunflower bag pattern. I have a lot of knitting and other crafting stuff. And I don't know if the universe was like pushing me to put a zipper in the bag because I came across a video that was like 48 minutes of zipper techniques of how to like um sew in a zipper for your project. And then I saw another video on how she put the zipper in her bag. So I definitely want to do that. I don't really have a long zipper, so I feel like um I might just do something where I've seen it with bags where they kind of have like an extension for a zipper, so it's not completely attached. Well, it's not attached to like the top of the bag. So there is going to be like a little spacing on the side, which is fine. I mean, in general, there is kind of spacing for the zipper too. But it's so I could use the smaller zipper, and I don't need it to close like all the way through, but I want majority of it to be closed just so I have a little more peace of mind for that. But I really, really love this. I don't know if you can see there's sunflowers. I don't know if I'm going to change the formatting of it just because um, I don't know if I want to use like a super dark one in the middle. I might. I'll see because I've been enjoying using all of the most of the fabrics at least being patterned and some of them like occasionally not having a pattern and just having like one color. So I'm gonna quickly show this. I'm gonna get the pizza out of the oven, have it cool down. I don't think I'm gonna make a video out of it because I don't think it represents me that much, to be honest. Because every other video, oh, I have a milk allergy, I get hives, and then I make a pizza and they're just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, I know, it's my treat day. So I got this one because I love the stars, easy and elegant Lone Star quilts, all the wow without the work. And so it kind of just, well, it's not just, but it has like the patterns in the stars and then the stuff around the stars. I mainly wanted to see what this one is. Like there's a pattern included in the sleeve, so I don't know if it's the full pattern. I'd have to see it. I don't even know what pattern it is, to be honest. But if I can like get that pattern, maybe it'll be of use to me. But I just figured that maybe I could look at this too. So, um, stars. I'm gonna check on the pizza actually, because it's just about done. And I wanted to show this. I really love this. I don't know what I'm going to put it in. I actually want it as a bag. I kind of wanted it maybe as a headband too, but, or a bandana, but maybe a bandana. I don't know. I just really love this. I got it at the quilt store. So I love the floral print. I like that it's more traditional, but I gotta check on the pizza because it was for like a large pizza and the tray looked like it could have been for a large pizza, but the dough was like over it a little bit or about to be. But I have something underneath like to like the pan so that there's moisture because it was saying like keep the moisture in too. So I have water in the oven. So whatever happens, I'm sure it's fine, but I'm gonna go downstairs to check on it because I have like a minute left. So I added onions and it is tasty. I had a little piece of it. It's cooling off. I had to maybe transfer it onto something else so I can cut it because it's over the edge. Maybe I could just cut it on it. Oh, I just get out of breath. But the pizza's done. And sometimes I'm like, well, I feel like people don't believe you when I say I have it. Like, I do have it. It looks like a seafood allergy because my whole face, especially, gets like a bubble. It turns into a bubble with all the hives. And they're just like, just keep trying to give Adrian the stuff. And I'm like, no, I would rather not. But it does look tasty. And then I get, oh, I go home after they see me. So, I do have some fabric here. I might look more into my mom's stash because she was making some face masks before, and these were some of the fabrics left. So you would put it in right side out. So I really like the pink one. There were a couple of them, so I got the ones that were there. And I mean, I could cut more squares, and I feel like I'm gonna cut more squares for that sunflower one. Probably just gonna do one side like that and see what fabric I have that I could use for the the back. There's some of this turquoise, and I feel like that would be fun. Or the pink. There's a maroon one too that I was kind of thinking about. This one is a navy blue. I do like navy blue. Some purple. And there's this one with the pattern on it, which is fun because I don't have too many that are more animated. Some of them maybe, but for the most part, I tend to go for what looks like floral or tartan or solid colors. So some of them are the other way around. So maybe I can add it to the wonky house. I haven't done it in a while because I just keep thinking about other projects that I want to make. So I'm gonna put this with the stuff that I have because I've been using a lot of fabric for my projects, which is great. Um, right now, like the main stash that I use for stuff is dwindling because it used up a good amount of fabric for the one that I've been working on, and well, mainly the skirt because the skirt, like, there's a lot of patches to make because I'm making a patch skirt that I feel like maybe I should get a move on with and put this skirt together. But I'm still gonna cut like two more squares to substitute the other ones, like two other ones that I have, just because I saw it at the quilt store and I got the fabric and I wanted to put it in the skirt and that would complete all the squares that I need for it. And maybe I'll enjoy making skirts. So far with clothing, I haven't been making too much, but maybe because I'm learning stuff, um, the small projects seem more fun to me, or I'm gradually learning. Like, um, I feel like that would be fun. And then, um, I'm gonna do the motanka. I have this, and then this might be the main one. I'm not sure yet. Then this. I really like this fabric, and I think I might use it with this because I think it goes together. I still have this. That's from the quilt store. And this fabric. Because I do want to start it, so maybe that'll be the last thing to do. Because I have, like, what I feel like I'll use for the head. Don't I have another one? I know I do. This was the shorter one. Or this is the shorter one. So let me just... Should I use this? I think this will hold well because it's like harder material than I did with the last one. I still love the last one. I have it displayed on my sewing table, or my mom's sewing table, not mine. Then after this, I'll uh, do some reading for class. I did the main things the other day, or yesterday. No, Monday. And Tuesday. Is that too short? I think it should be fine. I don't have twine still, but I have my thread, and I didn't think that was bad. I had to wrap it a couple more times, but let me see. Because I have a lot of blue thread, but maybe one day I'll have a really blue project. Because at least with doing the head, in my mind, that means the project has begun. I think I might use the bottle for the body that I got from the... I went to the Bulgarian market. Well, I go there sometimes. And I got their drinks. And I usually get a snack because it tends to be... Well, the snacks are really cheap. So that's the head. You'd be surprised, my room is pretty clean right now, and then I let the bugs in. So that is the beginning of the motanka. Hopefully, maybe I might tighten it a little bit. But I don't know what I'm gonna put for maybe the hair or the top of the motanka. So I'll see, but so far this is it. But it's a start, so that is good. Should I tuck this one in more? Maybe because I kind of like that. My response is just adding more thread. I don't know. think that'll be the back. So I think it should be fine. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video.